All right, YouTube, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. ALCS game number 1 here on this fine Sunday where it's a little chilly out here. October 15th, guys, we're going to jump into this game between the Houston Astros taking on the Texas Rangers. Texas coming out of a nice little 3-game sweep in which they looked pretty dominant against the Baltimore Orioles, taking on the Houston Astros, who are hosting this one. Home field advantage. They won 3 of the 4 games against Minnesota there and advance. Right now, Houston sitting at decent favorites, minus 132. The total sitting at 8.5. We're going to dissect this game, break it down, but as always, guys, my final plays, if you do want to fade me, those plays will be in the pinned comments, so what I'm actually rolling with myself, but we will go through our leans on the games here as well. Before we do that, guys, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that like button as well. You guys have been absolutely crazy, and in the engagement and the support and all that. I cannot thank you enough. It is a Texas game, so I should probably say y'all have been absolutely crazy with the support and everything like that. And before we do get into the game, I want to talk to you about Sleeper, my favorite pick'em app out there right now. If you're not on Sleeper and it's legal in your state, you are literally missing out, and they are dropping so many promo squares for the NFL season. Make sure to check it out, guys. Use the link in the pinned comment. You get 100% of your first deposit matched. It's an absolute no-brainer. Go check out Sleeper. Let's go ahead and jump into this game here. So like I said, Houston coming off of their series win against Minnesota, in which I feel like at least for games 2 and no, I should say games 3 and 4, they just kind of look like, oh yeah, this is an Astros team that is just kind of meant to be a playoff team, right? And then for Texas, they just kind of look like they're clicking at the right time. Like, let's not forget that Texas's offense was killing it for the majority of the MLB season. They kind of slid to some degree as they kind of closed out the year. You know, they were leading their division, and then just in the last couple of weeks end up slipping it up, right, to this Houston team. So I don't want to forget that this Texas team technically was on top of Houston for a decent chunk of this year. That being said, I don't think you can fade the Astros as of right now. It seems like it could be too public of a pick for me here, but I really I love this Texas team. I do. I think they have a really good offense. I think that, you know, they deserve to be where they are. They deserve to have beaten the Orioles, but I just feel like Houston, at least in game 1 here to set the tone, is the move and is the lean. That's probably got the best chance of being the final play as well. Justin Verlander on the bump for Houston as well. He's been looking really, really good here in his playoff start. 6 innings pitched, 0 earned runs, 6 strikeouts, 15 pitches per inning. And then he pitched not that long ago, only a month ago, against Texas here. 1 earned runs through 6 innings pitched with 6 strikeouts, and that 1 earned run was a bad pitch. It was a home run. So Verlander, I'm going to back over Jordan Montgomery, who was a great addition to this Texas team, who has been pitching really well for them. His playoff start, or at least his most recent playoff start in the divisional series there, wasn't all that great though. 4 innings pitched, 9 hits allowed, let up a home run, and let up 4 earned runs and 5 runs through that thing. Only 4 of them earned though, averaging over 22 pitches per inning. So he doesn't really have the recent start to go off of either. I'm gonna ride who I believe is the more veteran, the better pitcher, and the guy that can give you more innings in game number 1 here in Justin Verlander. And a strong thing here, before we even get into the offense, is just looking at the bullpen. Like, these are two different tales when it comes to the bullpen. We've known that Texas's bullpen has been an issue, right? Like, all year long, they've gone in strides. I think even in one of the games against the Orioles, I said, this Texas bullpen is fine right now, but it's not great, right? In their last 3 years, 6.61 ERA with a 1.65 whip. Looking at the last 3 for Houston, 2.86 ERA with a 0.95 whip. Bullpens matter. Bullpens matter. I know Verlanders, they're probably going to try and get you to get him to give you a decent amount of innings. So even if the Houston bullpen comes in late, you know, after the 6th inning and that type of thing, they should be good. And Texas, if Jordan Montgomery gets batted around like he did in that game against Baltimore and they have to turn to the bullpen, Houston could blow this game open. So these are 2 really good teams. If you're playing in a game of ifs, I'd like to back the team that I think is more well-rounded and more secure. I will say, I think Texas's offense has been incredible. I think that they may have some more sort of juice in that lineup, but if everyone plays like they should in the Houston lineup, they have a better offense, and that has shown so far in the playoffs, especially against lefties. Obviously, these numbers are going to be skewed with some of the big games that Houston has had, but just for context here, you have Texas batting really well against righties over the last 5, 296 average, 7.5 runs per 9 with a 389 on base percentage, right? That sounds amazing. Sounds crazy. But Houston, batting 560, 556 against lefties in their last 5, 32.4 runs per 9. Obviously, that doesn't happen, but it is a stat with a 636 on base percentage. So obviously, those numbers are skewed. If we look at it from a last 10 perspective, makes it a little bit better here, but still Houston 318, 316 average against lefties in their last 5, 435 on base percentage. These guys are built for October. They're built for the playoffs. As the season gets longer, it seems like their offense is kind of coming along, and the guys Bregman, Altuve, the guys that should step up are stepping up, right? Alvarez there, I mean, they can go toe to toe with this Texas offense that was one of the better offenses all year long. So offensively, I think it's a wash. If anything, if guys actually do step up, I give it to Houston. But then everywhere else, bullpen, starters, that type of thing, I do think you have to nod towards Houston, which pitching becomes more and more important, as we know, right? So I'll take the Houston Astros here in terms of lean on the money line. In terms of a total 8.5, I just bragged about these offenses, but this is playoff baseball, right? And this is the ALCS. So at least for game number 1 here, I'm going to lean towards the under. I don't think I make that a final play, though. If anything, I think the final play is going to be Houston money line, -132, -140, whatever we get it at, and we just kind of get in, get out for this one game, right? But I don't hate the under here. The only thing that makes me nervous is the fact that these are two good offenses. But this line, 8.5, Texas, in their games here, have only hit the over in one of their last 10, and that was the big barn burner against the Orioles, 11-8, right? Houston has hit the under in 6 of their last 10 here to this line. So the under's not that crazy, even though these offenses are good. I kind of ragged on Jordan Montgomery's outing last time. Still been a really good addition for them. Still been a decent pitcher down the stretch. So you have 2 good pitchers out here today. I just think that, it's probably, I don't have the cojones to pull this trigger, because I do think that these offenses are that good to some degree. So I'm going to lean towards the under as well as Houston on the money line. That's going to do it for today's video, guys. If you do, again, want to hit that subscribe button, smash the like button as well. And let me know in the comments if you made it this far into the video by commenting 7.5, as we are 7.5 minutes into the video. 7.5. Show me that you're a real one, part of the Fade Squad, and not a guppy. MLB playoffs haven't been the best for us, so hopefully this series gets off to a good start. I like Houston's spot, but is Texas sort of like the Cinderella promise team, Destiny's team, that type of thing? We shall see, because we are backing the better team today, but Texas, proved a lot of people wrong in that Orioles series. So excited for these playoffs. I think we have a couple good series on our hands. Yeah, let me know in the comments who you guys are rolling with, and we'll catch you guys in the next one, all right? Peace out.